Would you have any advice for someone who wants to get to where you are financially? Do you have any advice for someone who wants to start a business? What would be the best investment that you ever made in your entire life? Could I ask how much you make per year in that industry?
Whoa, they want to know how much I make in a year.
If you had $10,000, how would you invest it right now? What would be some advice for people that want to make more money during the recession?
Well, that's when millionaires are made. To me, that just screams opportunity.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're here at the Ritz-Carlton in Dana Point. This is actually one of the most expensive hotels in Southern California. It costs more than $1,000, even up to $2,000 per night to stay here. So we'll be asking guests what they do for a living, how much they make, and any tips on getting to where they are. So let's go. We're in a store right now in the Ritz-Carlton. Look at the price of a Red Bull. Look at the price of a sparkling water. Alright guys, so this is where the Ritz-Carlton is right now. We're on the coast of Dana Point. As you can see behind me, this view is incredible. The nightly cost of this hotel is $1,000 to $2,000 per night. So you can definitely see that the view is something you pay for. Let's go down. So it looks like this hotel is connected actually to a different beach. So this is like the part of the hotel where you can just take the stairs down to a different beach. But yeah, I mean, this is the most beautiful beach I've seen in a long time. Take a look. Thank you so much for your time. So what is your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is Andy Ardilla, and I work for Compass. I'm a real estate agent. I'm the principal of a team.
How much do you make per year in your position?
It ranges between $500,000 and $800,000 a year.
What would be some advice for young people that want to get into real estate?
Work with a really great agent that knows their stuff, and do your own research. Look at comparables, like look at historical values, what they've done in that area, and then you can make some smart decisions.
Would you have any advice for someone who wants to get to where you are financially?
Work hard, hustle. Be service-oriented for your clients, know what the competition is.
And what would be the best investment that you ever made in your entire life?
Education. I think that's always a great investment, has always a great return. So just learning, you're always growing, and you're putting all of that education into practice, and you'll reap the rewards.
So what would be your biggest tip for building wealth?
Invest in your money, but do it smartly. Real estate, if you time the market right, you can do very, very well, but you just have to be educated. You have to know what's going on. If you just sort of jump in without knowing what's going on around you, you can get hurt, but if you do it wisely, you can do extremely well.
What is your biggest expense right now?
Marketing. I mean, we spend probably like $200,000 to $300,000 a year on marketing. So marketing our properties, marketing ourselves, going to events, being in the right network.
As you know, we're technically in a recession right now.
Yeah.
What would be some advice for people that want to make more money during the recession?
Well, that's when millionaires are made, billionaires are made. To me, that just screams opportunity, especially in real estate. Right now, I think probably in the next 3 or 4 months, there's going to be massive opportunities to get real estate at a very heavy discount. And, there are a lot of strategies where you can just hold and then maybe rent it out, get some cash flow, and then at the right time, put it back on the market, maybe 12 to 16 months from now, put it back on the market at a much higher price.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, so what is your name and what do you do for a living, man?
Man, Marcel Dillard, man, and I own a makeup studio.
How did you get into that business?
My wife is a makeup artist, so we invested and then we went on. So she does body sculpting and makeup.
Could I ask a range of how much your business makes you per year?
Right now we're clocking in probably about like $200,000 a year right now.
Do you have any advice for someone who wants to start a business?
Try it. That's the biggest step is actually doing it. Sometimes you be scared, you don't do it, but actually doing it, that's when you're in the 2% range.
If you had $10,000, how would you invest it right now?
Right now they think it's a recession coming, so I'm trying to hold on to it to see how it pans out for the next 5 or 6 months and then go from there. Can't go wrong with real estate.
And then what would be your best tip for building wealth?
But you can't go wrong making that buck for yourself, and going up there, just make the right moves. Invest wisely, do something that you think can be a calculated risk.
What is the best investment you ever made in your life?
Land back here.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, take it easy.
So what is your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is Quelly, and I work in film and television.
How long have you been doing that?
Oh, God, you want to know how old I am. That's really what you're asking. Honestly, 27 years.
What would be your advice for someone who wants to get into what you do?
Establish good relationships with people, get a mentor in that area, and then just practice your craft. Practice, because, your gift makes room for you. So I think preparation and relationships, because the business of Hollywood is all about relationship. It's not what you know, it's who you know, and that is real.
Could I ask how much you make per year in that industry?
Whoa, they want to know how much I make in a year, babe.
Not enough.
You can make up to 300,000. Or if you're with a very, very generous person that you're working with, they hook you up.
What would be the best investment that you ever made in your life?
In myself, you have to invest in yourself. You have to learn more, and that costs. Present yourself according to what you're doing. I can't possibly tell people, oh, I work in the beauty business and I look like a hot mess. Look the part. So you have to invest in yourself, invest in your skin, invest in your health. Health is everything because you can't spend the money if you're sick.
What would be your biggest tip for building wealth and saving money?
I would say, some long-term stuff is probably the best. Kids want to get rich as quick as they can, log into Instagram. So, but no, it doesn't work like that. You gotta let it sit. Especially right now, the economy is going down. We're going into a recession. Buy up all that stuff like the rich folks do, right?
Right.
Because it's gonna go up and down. Everything goes up and down. So when it goes back up, you got a little money.
What's your biggest expense right now?
That's a good question, young man. In California, we all know it's lodging. It's your home. It's either your mortgage, how much your house is, your rent. That's probably the biggest thing right now. And gasoline.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. What is your name and what do you do for a living?
Well, my name is Robert. I'm from Germany, actually.
Der kommt an! Mach ihn! Mach ihn! Er macht ihn! Mario Götze!
Rendering means the processing of animal byproducts to produce protein ingredients for pet food, for example. That's my job in Germany.
Do you like your job? What's the best part about it?
Well, meeting a lot of different people and also working in an area where it's about sustainability, saving the planet, making the planet a better place, being successful.
Did you go to school for your profession?
So I went to law school before.
Do you recommend going to school for success?
Absolutely. It's not necessary, but I think it helps a lot because you meet a lot of people, you start building your network and you get a better view on things and it's broadening your mind. So I think it's very good to go.
Would you have any advice for someone who wants to get into what you do?
First of all, you should be interested in doing something which is not just making money, but where you wanted to do something good for the planet as well, and be enthusiastic about what you do.
Would you have any advice for someone who wants to get to where you are financially?
Stay focused at school and university. Make sure you got a good network. Talk to many people. Try to find out what you're good at and what you would like. And so if you like what you do, you will always be good and then you will be successful as well. Of course, you also need a certain portion of luck as well, but I think that's the recipe for being successful.
Would you have any advice for someone who wants to save more money and build wealth?
From my point of view, putting some money to the stock exchange on a regular basis is the best way to do it.
So dollar cost average into the market.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self?
Always be open for everything. Don't be too critical about the people around you and be very positive.
What would be some advice for someone who wants to make a lot of money during a recession?
The best advice is, just try to be as good as always or even better in your job, and then, you gotta survive the difficult period, and it's hopefully over soon.
Despite inflation, what is something you enjoy spending money on?
Food.
What's your favorite food?
Well, Italian food, French food, and I like cooking myself. And so, I prefer to buy good ingredients, smaller portions, and then really enjoying the food you're eating and not just, stuffing your body.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
What is your name and what do you do for a living?
Mike Fiegels, and I'm a maintenance technician.
Did you go to school for that?
Yeah, I had to go to the technical school for it.
What's the best part of your job?
Getting to meet all different types of people and stuff. Being in the trades, I deal with a lot of different vendors and stuff. So at the end of this year, both me and my wife are ready to retire.
Congratulations. What would be some advice you could give for someone who wants to get into your profession?
Right now, there's a big demand for people in trades. I know a lot of people are in the technology and everything now and getting in the medical field, but there's a big need for welders and fitters and journeymen out there, and they can make a decent living doing it too. And then somewhere along the line, a lot of people start their own business, and do well for themselves.
Would you have any tips for someone who wants to save more money?
The best advice I've ever gotten was live like you're a college student.
What would be the best investment that you ever made in your entire life?
Get in the Roths right away. Put as much money into your 401s as possible. Tell the younger generation you think you got forever to save, and it's here in a blink of an eye. And don't depend on the government to fund your retirement.
How much do you spend per month?
We live on anywhere between $3,000 and $4,000 a month. We don't have a house payment, and we have our vehicles paid off, so we live pretty comfortable. I mean, like I said, the cost of living in the Midwest, you have the seasonal weather. Obviously, out here in California, you're paying for the real estate, but you can live pretty good in the Midwest for income of 6 figures.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's go inside. So as you can see, it's really quiet in here. It just sounds like luxury. Let's go. So right now we're at the Ritz-Carlton Fitness Center. This is one of the most luxurious fitness centers I've ever seen. Look at this view. Let's go. We're about to take the Ritz-Carlton elevator down to the first floor. Let's go. Come on, come on. So we're actually going up, not down. We're gonna be going to the cafe. It's called Raya, one of the most expensive cafes in this hotel. So let's go. This cafe is called Raya. It's one of the most expensive cafes in this hotel. The average entree price is like $60 and up. Take a look. Hello. Good afternoon. How are you? Good. How are you today? This is a Ritz-Carlton Laguna Niguel. Let's go. Fireplace, fireplace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everyone here is just chilling. Everyone's just having a good time. Super wealthy. You know the vibes. So we're outside right now. Supercars everywhere. The usual. As you can see, guys, there's a dolphin fountain right behind me. All right, let's go home. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those post notifications for future videos. As you can see in the back, this is one of the most beautiful places in Southern California. Honestly, the Ritz-Carlton is probably one of my favorite hotels, just for the fact that it's on the coast of the most beautiful state in the United States. I really hope you learned a lot from these millionaires, and they had so much wisdom to share. And yeah, like always, your life is a masterpiece. So let's unlock that full financial potential together. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.